As a libertarian, I'm forced to look at problems differently from other people. Well, not forced, libertarians don't believe in force. But progressives, liberals, conservatives, Republicans, Democrats, they look at problems the same way. When they see a problem, they'd be like, oh, we gotta pass a law. Now, as a libertarian, I have to look at a problem and I say, is there any way to solve this problem by giving people more freedom instead of taking it away? For example, that would be the drug war. We believe in complete legalization. Don't get twisted by anything that you heard. Libertarians believe in complete legalization, and basically the stricter drug laws do not prevent drug use, and it makes the whole drug scene violent. Now, obesity is not exempt from these laws, and I always find it funny that people that are in favor of soda taxes, etc., don't believe in personal responsibility with what you eat, but progressives in particular are also in favor of legalizing drugs, so they don't care what you smoke or whatever, or what you inject into yourself, but they're against you deciding what to eat for yourself. Now, I find that ridiculous, as obviously ideologically inconsistent. I mean, the argument for banning drugs is public health, and that's the same argument for all these ridiculous obesity taxes. But I've determined, and I've found, two government policies that, if eliminated, would do more than any other proposed method to fight obesity. Now, the first of the two policies is farm subsidies. The government subsidizes corn. This makes corn cost less than the actual cost to produce the corn, so it artificially drives the price of corn down. Now, that's why corn isn't everything. We feed corn to cows, even though cows should eat grass. It's very unhealthy, actually, for us eating cows that eat that eat corn instead of grass. Corn syrup is in everything. I mean, I heard something ridiculous. If you go to a regular supermarket that's not Whole Foods, corn syrup is in 97% of all products, which is amazing to me. But if you repeal farm subsidies, then that will artificially raise the price of that will actually raise the price of corn to market levels and raise the price of corn syrup to market levels. Now, the other one, we have to go back in history a little bit. Now, in Latin America, they produce a lot of sugar, and they produce it at a much cheaper rate than produced in the United States. So back in the day, to protect sugar farmers, the government instituted a tariff, or what's known as a sugar quota, which limits the imports into the United States of sugar. Now, this artificially raises the price of sugar. Now, sugar isn't healthy, obviously, but it is healthier than corn syrup. In fact, corn syrup has an interesting effect on the body. When you consume corn syrup, it actually makes you crave it more. Like you don't feel full because it's chemically processed. If you consume sugar, you feel full, so you eat less of it. Now, soda companies, since this is what we're talking about, when they find out that sugar is much more expensive to put in their soft drinks than corn syrup, they immediately switch over to corn syrup. So my policy of repealing sugar quotas and repealing farm subsidies will lower the price of sugar and raise the price of corn syrup, thus making soda companies switch over to sugar. Now, I know what you're saying, that's just hypothetical, theoretical. Well, you're totally fucking wrong. In other European countries where they don't have these insane conflicting policies, or not really conflicting policies, they do conflict with obesity policies, like obesity taxes, the soda companies use sugar because sugar tastes better and it's cheaper over there. The corporation is always going to move to what's cheaper. So repealing these two policies will make corn syrup more expensive, sugar cheaper, and make sodas healthier. Congratulations, I just punched obesity in the face, and I give us more freedom, and I saved us money. Taxpayer money, because we're not giving it to farmers anymore. Thank you very much. For the win. Libertarians. Think about it. We're going to solve a problem caused by the government making corn syrup cheaper by taxing the people who consume the corn syrup, because corporations are always going to use what's cheaper, which was caused by the government. Again, libertarians for the win.